Hey guys, Bob here from Raw Strength and Muscle, and I've got a big guy asking me if low carb nutrition is going to allow him to keep his muscle. Okay, Jelly Gooey Varts, Vaerts. Sounds Dutch. Are you Dutch? Sounds Dutch. I'm really sorry if I fucked your name up. But anyway, I just bought your course. I'm a bit bigger than a normal fitness fanatic. Would this low carb thing keep my muscle? Excellent question. I understand your concern because once you build muscle, it's really hard to build muscle. Once you've done it, you don't want to lose a single ounce of it. So you're concerned, okay? And since most people think that you need carbs to build muscle, goes to follow that you need carbs to maintain muscle. So once again, I understand another reason why you might be asking this question. Okay, check it out. I built my body on low carbs, okay? When I was a kid, early 20s, late teens, early 20s, when I really started working out, did a bodybuilding routine, I ate my ass off. I didn't know a damn thing about nutrition. I didn't know a damn thing about staying lean. The only reason I wasn't fat as all fuck is because I was in the Army. Okay, I mean, I was just running constantly. I was in one unit where we ran for hours, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, we would rucksack for hours. And I was running on my own after work, and we would swim, we would lift weights. I mean, if I wasn't burning so many calories, I'd be fat as fuck. I did not know anything. And yes, I ate a lot of food. I drank weight gainer shakes. Anybody remember the 90s? Mega Mass 2000 from Weider Nutrition was the king back in the day. It was basically pure sugar, but we loved it. We drank it. We got fat. We didn't know why. Anyway, that was my nutrition back in the day, okay? When I had like a hiatus, I didn't train for years. I started getting back into shape. I jumped on low carb and I built more muscle than I did in my 20s, okay? So what I'm basically trying to say here is I built my body, my muscle, my strength on low carbs, okay? It's not just something that I go and starve myself on low carbs to lose fat and I lose muscle at the same time, but I want to lose fat and, then I add carbs in to build muscle again. This is how I built my body, okay? So not only can you maintain your muscle mass on low carbs, you can build muscle mass on low carbs. Now, I know I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I'm 5'9", a little bit over 190 pounds, like 193-ish, maybe I think this morning. Okay, and I got abs, so like I am kind of a decent sized guy, but at the same time, Arnold Schwarzenegger lost the Mr. Universe in Florida. First time he was in America, he came over from Europe, lost to like 185-pound Frank Zane, okay? The reason is because he was like fat, he was smooth, he wasn't in good shape. And Joe Weider sent Arnold Schwarzenegger immediately after that loss to Vince Gironda. Vince Gironda put him on a low-carb diet, okay? As a matter of fact, it's very famous. Vince Gironda was a little bit of a dick. Arnold Schwarzenegger walks in, he's like, yes, I just got, Mr. Universe in Europe, and I second place Mr. Universe in Florida, and I was, Mr. World and Mr. Europe and everything here, and I've won all this. And Vince kind of looks at him, he's like, well, you look like a fat fuck to me. So that was Vince Gironda's first meeting with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he put Arnold Schwarzenegger on a low-carb diet. As a matter of fact, if you were to watch, I don't know what company it was, if it was bodybuilding.com, was some supplement company did like a collaboration with Arnold Schwarzenegger just a few years ago. Okay, and they did like a couple really long interviews with him, talking about training, talking about nutrition, and he was saying about like training partners, he's like, we'd go out to eat together, and if somebody had a hamburger, that's fine, but if they ate the bun, we'd bust them right there. In other words, they were on low carb. They'd go out, they'd eat eggs, they'd eat meat. It was basically Vince Gironda's steak and eggs diet. Vince Gironda's all-protein muscle-building diet was low carb. Every single diet that Vince Gironda had was low carb, okay? So basically what we're talking about is Arnold Schwarzenegger, best bodybuilder of all time, built his body on low carbs. And I'm not talking about cutting down before a competition, okay? So like I said, I did it. Arnold did it, as though I'm comparing myself to Arnold. But anyway, I did it. Arnold did it. A lot of people do this. Adam Raw, who is a Czech, Czech Republic weighted calisthenics athlete. He's the guy who inspired me to get into weighted calisthenics. I was doing calisthenics. I thought Hannibal for King was just the shit, doing pull-ups and, all kinds of stuff at body weight. I saw Adam Raw doing pull-ups and dips with hundreds of pounds around his waist. And I was like, holy shit, I've got to do that shit myself. This guy does the same thing, okay? He's Eastern European. He uses kefir instead of like half and half, and quail eggs instead of chicken eggs, but he will mix raw quail eggs with kefir, which is like a dairy drink, and he'll drink that down, okay? He'll take like a piece of cheese, put lard on the cheese, fold it in half to make it a sandwich, and eat it, okay? He eats a lot of fat. He's got a hell of a body. He's extraordinarily strong, okay? And he's pretty lean for a guy who's that big, just concentrates on power. This guy built his body, maintains his body on low carbs, okay? So let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. You can not only maintain your body, you can also build your body on low carbs. Now let's go ahead and talk a little bit more. I have a couple diets in my low carb cutting and bulking program. One of my diets in low carb cutting and bulking is called the pure protein diet, okay? It's an extreme fat cutting diet, okay? It will get you lean, it will get you lean fast. It is extremely high protein. A lot of people, and I'm not talking about Mr. Guy Varts, who I think is from Holland, but, who apparently this guy's built a lot of muscle already, but guys who have not built a lot of muscle, guys with dad bods, guys with, who are fat, just overweight, they will jump on the pure protein diet and they will build muscle and get stronger on an extreme cutting diet. Why is that? Your electrolytes are perfect. Your water intake's perfect. Your fiber intake's perfect. You're taking in a ton of protein. And if you're going through this, I think those guys are training a lot harder than they did before. So those guys in an extreme cut, an extreme fat cutting diet, build muscular size and strength. So I'm sure that you can go ahead and, whether you're doing my maintenance diet, my cutting diet, fat cycling, or my lean bulking diet, all of them are on low carbs. I guarantee you that if you do that, you will be able to maintain and increase your muscular size and strength, okay? Another thing that I want to talk about real quick is, before I have anybody do any diet, I don't care if you're cutting, bulking, or maintaining, I have you get your body fat adapted. That's something that nobody ever really does in low carb, okay? A lot of people will be like, go on a low carb diet, it's gonna suck, you're gonna hate life. I don't think it should suck, I don't think you should hate life. So I have your body getting used to being on low carb, burning fat for fuel, then you cut, then you bulk, then you maintain. So by doing this, you are going to feel better. Your body's going to be hydrated, your electrolytes are gonna be great. Every once in a while, I'll be walking around, I'll see like veins jumping out of my forearms, my calves, whatever. I'll post it in Instagram. I'll be like, and the experts say you can't get a pump without carbs. And I'll show like veins just exploding out of my legs, exploding out of my arms. You could be vascular, you could get a pump, you could get stronger in the gym if you do it right and you have low carbs, okay? And I don't know what else to say. The bottom line is, yes, you are going to be able to, on a high protein, low carb, fat as you need it diet, you are certainly going to be able to maintain your strength. You're going to be able to build strength. You're going to be able to build muscle. If you guys are interested in learning what he's talking about, okay, you're learning exactly how to cut, how to bulk, how to get fat adapted on low carbs, go ahead and check out lowcarbcuttingandbulking.com. Like I said, it teaches you how to decide what your goal body weight is. It teaches you how to decide if you should cut or bulk, how to get your body fat adapted, how to do a million different tricks to get lean, okay, whether it's my pure protein extreme cutting diet, how to do diet breaks, low carb, how to do refeeds, low carb, how to do fat cycling, low carb, how to transition up, okay, reverse diet out into a maintenance diet, and how to lean bulk on low carbs. If you see me on Instagram, every single time I go into a cut, I've got abs. Coming out of a low carb lean bulk, going into a low carb cut, I've already got abs. I just went deeper abs. Anyway, check it out, lowcarbcuttingandbulking.com. Thank you guys for watching the video. Subscribe, everything. I'll see you guys in the next video.